Ah, Mr. Wallace.
Well, look who's back. Returned to the scene of the crime, have we?
How much does a helmet like that weigh?
£8 and 5 ounces. Some days feels more like £80.
It's a smart-looking helmet.
Aye, but it ruins me hairdo. Flat as a pancake, so you can't do a thing with it.
Oh. Constable,
You're very insistent, Wallace.
only I've made a few minor adjustments to its remote control. I think you'll find it a reformed character now.
I'll be the judge of that. You there, prisoner. Kindly look at me when I'm talking to you. That's more like it. Now you've had time to think, what can you tell me about what happened yesterday? Feel bad about what you did, do you? He's weeping. Maybe this contraption's got feelings after all. Now, I want a truthful answer. If I release you from custody, will you do it again? Well, I'll be damned. The prisoner has been interviewed.
Yes?
And having exhibited signs of repentance, I am prepared to release you into your protective custody, provided, Wallace, you give me an assurance that you'll keep your blinking eye on him. Or it. Or whatever he answers to.
Oh, I'll keep an eye on him, Constable Dibbins. You have my word on that. One unit of energized fluid for a creamy finish. One dose of strontium into the mix. One generous chunk of protein to give it texture. Now to mix up my very own quick grow muscle formula. That ought to do it. No, the mixomatic's all mixed up. Stop! Stop! Help! Gromit! Oh, thanks, lad.
Checking to see if anything's sprouted yet, Mr. Wallace.
Well, as a matter of fact, Miss Flit,
Really? I don't see what you're hoping to... Oh! I don't believe
it
it!
works! It works! The homemade quick grow miracle muscle formula works! We're in business now. You see, Gromit, look where a bit of enterprise can get you. If I hadn't found that flyer you chucked in the bin, I'd never have been able to concoct my Miracle Grow formula. And then where would we be? You really must be careful what you chuck out, you know. Blinking Nora!
Oh, my word! I think I'm going to faint.
This ought to be plenty of fuel for the old pollinator.
That's champion, that is. 50 gallons of honey and just in time for my annual tea and crumpet festival. Pleasure doing business with you, Wallace.
Always aim to please our bees. That's the last of our bills, Gromit, and we've got just about enough left over for that little holiday we've been planning. This year, I fancy Blackpool. Oh, yes, lad. I think our money troubles are over at last.
Air raid! Air raid! Battle
dear.
stations
Not
everywhere!
this again.
Excellent vantage point. Prepare for a crash landing, you devils! Sorry, Wallace, but I'm going to have to commandeer your dining room.
Now, just a minute, Major Crumb.
No time to argue, old man. The whole throne's under bombardment.
But
Here they come!
doesn't it, Gromit? Giant bees!
Heaven help the good citizens of West Wallaby Street! Civilians out!
But
That's an order, Wallace. Private Gromit, kindly escort this civilian from the battle zone. For Queen and country, soldier! That's right, soldier! Help steady my aim! Most another bounder! Got him! Bounder got away! Back in the air! Blast it! Got him! Oh, we don't need to use her! Back in the air! Blasting in his aim to use her! Back in the air! Blast it! Oh, Venus aim to use her! Back in the air! Blast it! Oh, Venus aim to use her! Back in the air! Got away! Blast it! Missed him! Got the blatter! Blast and double blast! Got the blatter! Got him! Bounder got away! Got him! Oh, Venus aim to use her! Bounder and got away! Back in the air! I'll be delayed to you, sir! Back in the air! The blasted! Blast and double blast! Not the blatter! Carry on, soldier!
Good heavens, Gromit! You don't suppose those monsters have anything to do with our honey-making operation, do you? Bumbling heck! My quick grow formula! It didn't just affect the flowers. Just hope it's a wrong number and not more bad news.
Mr. Gabble here. I ain't much good at eating humble pie, but I spoke out of turn yesterday. You're not some daft apers after all. What I said to you, I'll take it all back. You're a credit to the town. Just a minute. What's this? Ah! Giant picking bees! Oh, my kitty heart! There's only one nincompoop round here what could have caused this!
I know, it's terrible. Oh, please, Gromit, I must... I see. But the good news is... Oh, not that bad, eh? Well, if I could, I would. Oh, no, but it's not that simple, you see. Well...
up here. Now, listen to me, nice doggy wuggy. I'm trapped in this tree by giant bees. Do you understand? You must take a message to your master. I need him to get me down from here. Can you tell him that? Oh, wait a minute. Give him this. It's a note. Oh, tell him to hurry. I can't hold on much longer.
Yes, Mr. Paneer. Well, of course you're upset. Being dive-bombed by giant bees isn't good for any business. We're doing all we can to get the situation under control. Normal honey service will be resumed as soon as possible. With normal-sized bees. That's a promise. There's a giant fly in the soup, lad. And it's shaped like a bee. They're taking over the town. Time to read the Riot Act. I am their employer, after all. Oh! They won't listen. They're completely out of control. This funny business has a sting in the tail and no mistake. Oh! Do something, Gromit! Hello, from B to... Oh, Constable Dibbins. Well, after all, it was an innocent mistake.
Ah, Mr. Gabble here. You're not. You want
Later, Gromit. That's nice, Gromit. In case you haven't noticed, we're in the middle of a bee situation. I'm on the phone with Constable Dibbins. You can show me your artwork afterwards. Gromit's working on that. Oh dear.
Private Gromit, it's looking grim out there.
Ah, Mr. Gabble here. I ain't much good at teaching humble pie, but I spoke out of turn yesterday. You're not a daft apers after all. What I said to you, I take it all back. You're a credit to the town.
That's fine, Mr. Gabberley. Apology accepted. But if you don't mind, I'm in the middle of a war zone. Keep the faith, soldier.
Well, did Did you relay my message?
Somebody call the police! Get the army! Do something about these bees! I am stuck in my room and cannot get out!
I said get out! I may be knocking on, but I ain't finished yet!
Get these bees off of my shop, would you?
Back again, pet. Nice to see another soul game enough to stand up to them bees, even if it is, pardon the expression, a dog. Your master certainly made a mess of things with that sniffer whatchamacallit, but yesterday was a walk in the park compared with today's mess. Giant bees! Oh, blinking Nora, look at Mr. Panea shut up in his shop like a prisoner, and all on account of a few blinking bees. You don't see Winnie Gabberly chucking in the towel. Didn't close during the hedgehog riots of 72, and I ain't closing now. Besides, where would I go if I did? I ain't going back tit flat with old man Gabberly. Not till he says he's sorry. Tossed out all me pansies, he did.
Ah, Mr. Gamble here. I ain't much good at eating humble pie, but I spoke out of turn yesterday. You're not a daft apers after all. What I said to you, I take it all back. You're a credit to the town.
Well, biting dogs come limping home. There now, weren't so hard, were it?
Is that you, Winnie? Breaking code of silence, are you?
No need for silence now you've shown a bit of humility.
Humility? Me? Never!
Oh, you don't fool me. You're just a big old softy, and I know it. I need me head examined, keeping shop open when town's crawling with giant bees.
What's got into you, Winnie? Stay back, I say! Oh, Winnie Gabberly!
What do you want? No, it's you. Don't tell me you want me to do something about the giant bees. We're on the case, all right? Them buzzing bandits will feel the full weight of the law, make no mistake. But, well, it's complicated. Don't know what the charges would be, exactly. Nothing in the penal code about giant bees, so far as I can see. But rest assured, I'm looking. Oh, and tell that master of yours he left summit behind. There was another cheese too, but I kept it for me sandwich. Fair payment for me troubles, says I. Listen here now, my canine constable. It isn't strictly police procedure, but I might see me way clear to deputise you. Just temporarily, mind, until this bee problem is taken care of. Would you like that? Right then. I hereby deputise you. Go get 'em, boy. But don't hurt 'em. That'd be police brutality. Catch 'em alive if you can. word of advice. If you're trying to catch a wild animal, then you got to trap 'em. In a trap like. But it's got to be sprung when you're not around, see? They're tricky, but with time,